Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kalyan's equation. There it is. Kalyan's equation. I have created this equation as a gift to my good friend and subscriber, Kalyan Vemalapoli. This is his equation. I have dedicated to him. I've dedicated this equation to him. It's a quadratic equation and it's awesome. And it will produce Kalyanic numbers. First off, let's look at Kalyan's circle. Guys, this is Josh K. And I'm working on this problem, which I like to call Kalyanic numbers. This whole episode is dedicated to my friend Kalyan, and I'm just going through some stuff with you about Kalyanic numbers and how they're so special. Yeah, let's get cracking, guys. Suppose you had a circle. We'll start off with a square, guys. Everyone likes squares better than circles, right? Right? Okay, good. Lovely square there. Let's put a circle in it, because that's where circles belong, inside squares. Just like how computers, circles and computers are all squares, really. That's about tangent, isn't it? There we go. Okay, here's a circle, guys. There is a circle. This is, I'm going to draw Kalyan's circle for you. You draw it by taking a square and a circle, drawn like that. You take a straight line, you put it in the corner and go straight through to the other corner. It's not a Kalyanic circle yet. And there. Now you guys remember from circle theorems that now you can see that these angles are 90 degrees, right? I hope so. I hope you can, because that means there's something wrong with your math if you can't. So I'm going to draw right angles on the center just to symbolize their right angularity. There we go. There's our right angles. Now, you guys by now should know that the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So if I were to take this angle and put it directly there, one way that I recommend you draw your Kalyanic circles is first draw a line straight down from the center through. So I recommend you take your square, start at the corner again, and just come down, place that so that it goes through the center. Perfect. Now, you can draw a line from there, that point it intercepts, all the way down to there. Draw a line from there all the way down to there. This is going to be a Kalyanic circle, guys. Okay, now we must use the Kalyan number, 19. That's the first Kalyanic number. There's only 2 Kalyanic numbers in history, and one is 19. The other is another number that I'm not going to reveal to you yet. So obviously, guys, you can see that if this angle is 90 degrees, this angle must be 45 degrees. But this angle is bisected, so this angle must be half of 45 degrees, and half of 45 degrees is 22.5 degrees. Now let's draw that 19 degree angle, so we'll just draw it like that. So we realize that this is a right angle, but we must find out what this angle is, guys. So I'm just going to draw these shapes around to make the Kalyanic square perfectly drawn. Go from there to there, there to there, there to there, around there. I think it should be right. There to there, and from there. There's a lot of symmetry, doesn't it, shape? And back to there. And it needs to have that 19 degree or similar to 19 degree angle coming out. So you're going to go there to there. there to there, and there to there. Well done, guys. You got a Kalyanic circle going on. It's a bit messy, but everyone likes messy circles, don't they? Yep. Now, what is really fascinating about this circle, which we've drawn, it's about some special angles we've formed. So special that they're also Kalyanic. They're very Kalyanic. If you were to take this angle, you take this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, and this angle, you can add them all together, and you should get another Kalyanic number. Shall we add them all together? Yeah, I think we should. So we know that one of these, it's 90 degrees minus 22.5. 90 minus 22.5 is equal to 67.5. Minus the 19, you get 48.5. Each one of these angles is 48.5. There are 8 of them. So we must multiply 48.5 by 8. You get 388. Guys, you do. You get 388. If I'm not mistaken, that should be correct. So there you have it. And these are your 2 Kalyanic numbers. One would be 19, as I said earlier. 19. And I'll put it 48. 19 is our Kalyanic number. The other number is 388, which is the other number that is generated from the Kalyanic circle. The one Kalyanic number generates the other Kalyanic number. Because of that, this circle is awesome. And now we're going to look at the Kalyanic equation. So we've got 2 Kalyanic numbers. Shall we see if we can find any more Kalyanic numbers? I think that would be good fun for us. Kalyanic circle. Okay, let's get rid of the circle. Okay, this is Kalyan's equation. Kalyan's equation, guys. X squared minus 407x plus 7372 equals 0. Shall we get a text edit file open for this? That should be fun. Let's get a text edit file up. Good. Okay. Let's solve this. So we have let's increase that. I'm gonna increase my screen brightness because it's pretty dark here. X squared. I'm gonna turn my light on, guys, as well, because it is it's slowly starting. The sun is starting to set on my end. It's probably set on yours end already. Oh wow, everything's just chiming just perfectly. Yeah. Okay. X squared minus 407x plus 7372 equals 0. Remember, guys, I taught you guys how to complete the square? Well, now we're going to do it again. So, I'm going to do x to the power of 2. Now half, yeah, so minus 407x, half 407, so it's minus 203.5, and you got to square it minus 203.5. So you get, you're going to get 203.5 squared, 4, so it's going to be plus, or, yeah, plus 412.25 minus the same thing. That's a big number, isn't it? 41,412.25. Subtract it again. Add your 7372 on is equal to 0. And now you can factorize. So you can get x minus 203.5 squared is equal to, and what you just need, you just bring this to the other side. So it's going to be command copy, command paste, but the signs will get switched because we moved it over. minus there, right? And let's bring it down another row. Come on, copy, enter, come on, paste. What we're gonna do is this massive number cancels out, or something like that. So minus 7372, 34. So it'll cancel out to give us 34,040.25. Now we square root everything. X minus 203.5 is going to equal the square root of this. Type into your calculator the square root of 34,040.25 gives you 184.5. But remember, it has to be plus or minus because it's a square root. Add 203.5 to both sides, so you get 203.5 plus or minus 184.5. Now, let's solve this. Suppose you had to add it to 203.5, you'd get... actually, I'm going to do subtract first. This will give you 19. A Kalyanic number. Suppose you were to add it. You'd get 388. Another Kalyanic number. Imagine that, guys. You get loads of Kalyanic numbers. It's just amazing, guys. It's just amazing. You can have it's the same numbers, but the Kalyanic circle gives you Kalyanic numbers. Isn't that amazing? It is amazing. That is really cool. I discovered it myself as well, because Kalyan said, I asked him what number he wanted his first Kalyanic number to be. He said 19, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to make 388 my other Kalyan number because it works in the Kalyanic circle. But then I was playing around with the math, and I discovered this equation to give me these Kalyanic numbers. This is Kalyan's equation, guys. And we have our two Kalyanic numbers. Try it out on yourself. Try it on your quadratic solver websites or whatever. You will get two Kalyanic numbers. You can test all the stuff in this video. You can do everything. Good. Now, I'm going to be talking about Callum Connelly numbers. That didn't come out right, did it? Okay, it didn't. Let's save this. Okay. I'm going to call this Kalyan's proof. Okay. Let's close this, close that, new text edit file. Okay, this is not as special, but this is a bit to do with the letters in Callum Connelly's name. Callum Connelly. I think it's double L, right? Because I've done the math for double L, so I'm sorry if I spelled it wrong. Yeah. So what you do is you take I'll also give you the Callum Connelly equation as well. This is the Callum Connelly equation. X squared minus 162 x plus 6561. So it's x squared minus 162x plus 6561 equals 0. We're going to look at Callum Connelly numbers soon. Yeah, I'm running a bit short on time. Should I do it in one video? Yeah, I'm going to do it in one video. Okay, guys, let's get a new text edit up. I'm rush this quickly. This is a really cool proof I found. Okay. Every letter in Callum Connelly's name corresponds to a certain number. So take the C in Callum Connelly. that will correspond to 3. Then it would be A would correspond to 1. L would, let me get my paper up that I did this earlier. Somewhere. Okay. L would correspond to 12. L would correspond to 12. U would correspond to 21. M would correspond to 13. And the sum should be 62. Tell me if I'm wrong. 3, 1, 12. Looks like 62 to me. Yes, I think it's 62. Then you do Connelly. C is 3. O is 15. N is 14. N is 14. E is 5. L is 12. L is 12. And Y should be 25, right? Yeah, 25. Connelly should add up to 100. Now, guys, so these are your Callum Connelly numbers, 62 and 100. Let's get a new document open. And let's solve this equation, guys, as well. So, I think you guys kind of guessed it. It's going to be really cool because this equation will also give you Callum Connelly numbers. Kind of guessed it, but let's just do it anyway. X squared minus 162x plus 6561 equals 0. We're going to do x and then half of 162, which is, let's get my calculator out, 162 divided by 81, x minus 81, is that right? It should be right, yeah, should be right. X minus 81, that should be squared. And that's going to take away, and I'm going to need to also subtract, I'm going to need to subtract 81 squared from the equation. So it must be 81 squared minus 6561. What? Is that right? I don't know. Probably right. Get it? This is confusing, guys. Callum Connelly's number is very confusing. Very confusing, to be precise. Sorry, it's not 6561. This is not the Callum Connelly equation. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? This is not a Callum Connelly equation. That's not the Callum Connelly equation. It is actually 6,200. Yeah, that other equation's just rubbish. It won't give you anything good. Wouldn't the other one return 9 or something? I don't know. Yeah, but this is 6,200. I totally messed that up, guys. I can't believe I've forgotten Callum Connelly's equation. I just ruined all that. Okay. Yeah, so then now 81 squared is 6561. You see where I made the mistake? Yeah, you do. Plus 6,200. You can bring this over to the other side. So it becomes equals. This becomes a minus. This cancels down to 361. Oh, we're getting close. We got a square root, 361. The square root of 361 is 19, a Kalyanic number. Check that out, guys. A Kalyanic number is used in the formula for Callum Connelly. That is amazing. X minus 81. And don't forget it's plus or minus. It's plus or minus. Isn't that a coincidence? And then you just bring the 81 across to get 81. And if you solve this, you'll know that x either equals it'll either equal 60 62 or 100. Check that out. Callum Connelly, 6200. There you go, guys. Callum Connelly numbers and Kalyanic numbers. Yeah, that cool. Okay, guys, see you. See ya.